Alright, go ahead and unplug the grill and then empty out the pellets. This is a really important step if you don't want to make a huge pellet mess. Now you can remove the 4 bolts on the front and the back of the hopper assembly. If you have a bucket or something similar in height, it's really helpful to set it straight down onto that bucket so you have somewhere for it to sit. Give it one turn to loosen it up, and then it should be able to come off by your fingers from there. Now it's really important that you don't lose your thermal washers, so go ahead and grab them, put them on the thermal sensor, and then screw on your bolt a few threads just to keep everything nice and neat. Disconnect the auger assembly, the combustion fan, and the igniter. The auger and the combustion fan both have their separate clip, and then the igniter has 2 leads that you can pull each apart. Slide that hopper out of the way. You can put a socket on the inside and use the tool that came with the grill to release all the bolt. And just to make sure we don't damage the igniter, we're going to stuff it back here so it doesn't get caught when we remove the auger assembly. And here comes the new auger assembly. Take those igniter wires and then feed them through the hole so that way you can reconnect it once it's all together. Now what we find makes the next step easier is putting the top bolts on so you know your auger assembly is in the correct placement. Then you can swing around and then push the whole burn pot assembly onto the auger tube. It's a tight fit, so don't be afraid to give it some muscle to get that auger tube protruding from your burn pot. The ledge that holds your grease tray comes off when you remove the bolts, so don't forget to place that back in there when you're replacing all 6 of those bolts. Now you can get that gasket in place, extremely important that you don't forget this, and bring the hopper back over and put the thermal sensor back in the grill. We're going to want 2 thermal washers on each side, don't forget about those. Reconnect the auger assembly, the combustion fan, and your igniter wires, and then we're good to put the hopper back on the grill. Now your thermal sensor wire is in a really vulnerable spot here, so be careful to not pinch the wire in between the auger assembly and the hopper, and that it just falls right in between the 2 of them. Don't forget to put your pellet dump door back in, replace the 4 bolts that hold on the hopper assembly, plug the grill in, get some pellets in there, and then press the power button to put the grill into cycle 0. When the grill goes through 0, 1, 2, 3 on the 0 cycle, all it's doing is feeding pellets. So it's a really good way to make sure that auger assembly is turning and you got no issues here. Now to prime the auger tube so it's ready for your next cook, run a full 0 cycle, unplug, replug, and then run another full 0 cycle. What this is going to do is pull pellets all the way through your auger tube and have just a little bit coming into your burn pot. So next time you start up the grill, it's all ready to go with the full auger tube, and all you have to do is press power. There you have it, auger assembly replacement. Hope you enjoyed the video and you found this helpful.